Welcome to another episode of Ran Out of Talent. I'm your host, Joe Zer Jr., and with me tonight is special guest Matt Howson. How's it going tonight, Matt?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, I've been meaning to have you for a while, and then Zach and I have been pretty busy nerding out over some technical stuff on the podcast lately. A lot of new touring car stuff, a lot of new everything, a lot of new tires. Is a it was a slow, silly season chassis wise.
Right.
It was a busy, silly season electronic and tire wise.
Okay. Yeah, I won't lie. Like for the last few years, I've checked out.
Yeah, I know.
uh,
I've been trying.
life's just been so busy, but at least with you doing shows like that, with the amount of driving I do now, at
Yeah,
least I can kind of stay. Cause don't get me wrong, dude. Sometimes I'm kind of like I have no idea what they're talking about. What?
yeah. To be fair though, when Zach's going into, as Keenan puts it, science mode, I don't know what Zach's talking about a lot of the times, but I do learn. I actually go back and like when Zach is talking about the chassis does this and this adjustment does that, I go back and listen to those parts just because, you know, I like to learn as well.
Yep.
And I'll be on. I'm also ADHD, and I sit there and sometimes I zone out in the most simplest stuff. So
I know that all too well. That was very much me in the off-road days. I'd be like, "Hey Norm, my car's doing this going into the corner." He goes, "Okay, well adjust this way." I'm like, "Oh, do 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 do." I'll
yeah,
go out and run it, and it'd be great. Literally, like 2 races later, would start doing the same thing again, and I'd ask him, he look at me, like, "Were you not listening?" I'm like,
do
"No,
this again.
no, I was just doing what you told me to do. I really didn't pay attention."
Uh, I mean, we'll get into your story here pretty quick. I normally wait to recaps, but I'm so excited for this one recap. Um, I've been on a struggle bus with that B84 since I got it last fall. And it's an extremely fast car, but it's the hardest car I've ever had to drive. And it's like, this has to be easier. We got to make it easier and just trying to figure out little things. And then with the little help from Kyle Holmberg telling me to put the overdrive in the front, it's this new thing because now with the wheelers, with the front, we're using that two-wheel drive wide front tire and
Okay.
we're stretching it over the wheeler rim. So it's a mix between that overdrive front and I switched the X rings. I took the Team Associated X rings out. I put in TLR ones. You can use quasi speed. I heard today from my co-host and Mod Live Media, David, that the Kyosho ones work well too. But regardless, that car, I went to the same track, Southern Minnesota Raceway down in Blooming Prairie. I went to that same track. It was the same layout. My fast lap was a half second quicker, and my average lap equaled my fast lap from the previous time before. So I'm super excited it's the end of the season. But
Isn't that always how it ends up, though?
we got it to work. I got we're going my dad's actually retiring here this week, so my myself, my dad, and my son are going to it's Turf Wars finale at Zero RC Raceway in Wisconsin in Marshfield. And it's carpet, but I'm super excited to go. I wasn't going to go. I'll be honest. I was going to find an excuse not to go, but now that wheeler's working, oh dude,
Mhm.
I'm pumped. I'm so pumped.
Yeah,
So
I recall those feelings. I recall those feelings.
and you need to get them again.
I know. Tell me about it. I
So
know.
Matt,
I'm really hoping next year for sure to be able to make a bit of a comeback. It's just this year, still doing Well, everybody knows what kind of situation we're all in anyway.
Yeah,
Everything's expensive.
everything's expensive. Um, wages aren't going up.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely
That's a. It's like I just use COVID as a marker, not as a political thing. But if you go pre-COVID, what my wife and I are making now,
not.
we could have afforded like properties and cars and
Oh
cool.
yeah. Oh
And
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Our household income 20 years ago would have been like we would have been like balling, man.
I'm
Like
just talking years ago.
well, you
I'm
know.
I'm talking actually say 2019. We'll say 7 years ago.
Okay, yeah, even then, yeah, balling.
Because what I'm
Yeah.
making now and what the wife's making now, it's like I look, it's like, are we really making that? No, it doesn't feel like
No.
we're making that.
You sure about that?
So, Matt, have you been on this? I think you've been on this podcast prior, but I think that's when we were just recording the audio way back in the day.
Yeah, I can't recall if you were doing them live at the time, or it might have
No,
been right before you started doing them live.
yeah, I've only been doing the video thing now for maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to it and, still adding decorations like, got the, Reedy cans and all that other stuff, and we got the Mayfield bodies and the Ronald Falk, RCGP body up there, and always
It's a
working
nice
on
little
this.
collection you're starting, that's for sure.
I'm looking for so, I'm looking for a spot for this thing. And I only have this body because, I bought Mayfield's truck from Rona.
Oh,
So
ah,
yeah, like this means nothing to me. I think Mayfield ran the truck once, and I bought the truck ready to run, and it came with the Mayfield. I'm like, oh, this is cool. So I got to find a spot to put this thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out some sooner or
I
later.
mean, you do kind of have a bit of a gap right there in between. So, like, I know they're mostly buggy, but yeah, see,
Yeah, that might not be bad there. Huh?
something like that with a little bit of tilt towards the camera, like you know what I mean, instead of being
Yeah,
front. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, looks like Tony's chiming in. How's it going, Tony?
Oh, is that my buddy Tony Ariano?
Yeah, I would not have pronounced that like that. I am
Yeah, yeah,
terrible.
no, yeah, yeah. I love
Somebody
Tony. He's
who
a good dude.
everybody pronounces my last name like a country, so you think I would be more careful at pronouncing people's last names, but yeah, I'm bad at it.
I mean, in the spur of the moment when I'm race directing or doing any kind of live streaming and stuff like that, my apologies ahead of time. Unless you come find me and say, "Hey, yo,
Yes.
this is how you
Oh,
say my
sure.
name," I'm going to continue and commit to whatever I decide.
I'll tell you what, working the Mod Live media booth, you will never get corrected so fast if you mispronounce a name on the live stream. But what's
Oh yeah.
nice is they write it out, Monsologl. I can't pronounce it, but they they write it out how it's pronounced.
Oh, phonetically, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So so you're still doing the MBM podcast here and there. I was just on an episode less than a year ago, and then I was on a episode with RJ too.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
haven't done any recent shows. So the reality is, you can tell I'm sitting in my living
Yep.
room, and I'm on my Mac with AirPods, which is something usually I wouldn't do. I
Yeah.
would usually be down in my studio, but I decided a courageous project needed to be started before I started doing the job that I've been doing for the last 10 months.
Yep.
So it's a bit in shambles at the moment.
Oh,
Uh,
I understand.
so I think the goal is to try and get it finished over the next couple of weeks, kind of get back to doing it. I've still kept up like the Podbean page and everything like that
Yep.
because the intention is to kind of go back to it.
Yeah.
Um, what it's going to be, I have no idea, but it'll definitely be me.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Jeremy Dre checking in.
Oh,
I
another good dude. Yeah,
wonder
I
if
get
he's
that poor guy works out in he works out in the fields and
yeah.
and man, it doesn't look fun.
No.
It
I wonder
doesn't.
if he's
No,
getting the fish scales ready to go for the summertime.
I bet you. Well, I know he's been out running at the 10 scales a little bit more recently
Yep.
too.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, I can't get enough of racing lately, in which it's a good feeling. Because we've all been there to where, man, it's like you force yourself to go to the track or you skip a race day because it's like, it's just you don't feel it. But now
Yep.
it's like, oh, I'm excited to go to new places or go to places where I go all the time. I'm having a lot of fun. Fifth scale season is starting in less than a month. May 2nd is our first race, and I have 3 trucks to get ready that I have not started yet.
Oh my lord!
Yeah. Um,
I don't envy you at all.
well, I
No.
had I had 2 until Friday, and then I got my dad one.
Full
So
family fun now.
yeah, well, he likes it and he likes racing them. He just doesn't want to have one of those giant things sitting in his basement. So I found a little bit more of a corner and I found a parking spot for it. So I'm really excited for that. Um, I'm kind of curious to see if I can rebuild it without it's one of those learning experiences to where every time you rebuild your truck and you put the truck on the track, you find little gremlins and you try
Yeah.
to eliminate those in the rebuild. And I think I'm at the point now to where I can rebuild a truck with 0 gremlins. I think
You
I'm
think?
at that point.
Okay, so say somebody wanted to buy a fifth scale, what should they look for? Because like, what if they don't want to buy new? They want to buy
Can't buy
used.
new anymore. Well, you
Okay,
can
so
buy new. You can buy new, except for it's European. It's extremely expensive and it's not good on large jumps.
uh,
And it's not good on American fifth scale tracks. Because I was really interested myself last year into getting an MCD.
yeah.
And then I watch one go around the track and it's like I see it and the corner speed is quick, but it didn't jump well and it looked extremely hard to drive.
So you can't buy one new. Can you buy chassis? Like, is anybody aftermarket making
People are
them?
You can build an entire truck out of aftermarket stuff.
Oh,
Um,
that
we
sounds expensive.
it is, but so it lasts. Like a chassis plate, if you don't bend it and wreck it, it'll last you 2 to 3 seasons. I gotta
Okay.
find my son one because the back of his is like a knife's blade. Like the back 2 diff
Yeah, it's
screws
getting
are like
yeah, and you know that's just waiting to break and cause
yeah.
a yeah.
Yeah, see, Jeremy's saying the
JB Weld
MCD
it.
buggies are dialed, but the trucks are eh. Yeah, I haven't seen a buggy go around the track. I bet the buggies are good, but in Minnesota, there's no real buggy class. It's just trucks. So you can get like Mod makes everything. Jim Duffy from Pro MRC makes a few things. You have a ton of companies out there just making stuff and getting like I'm not worried about any parts ever.
Okay.
Yeah, except there's a guy yesterday. Oh, he got freaking roasted. He was selling a $22.99 shock rebuild kit for $200 because they're hard to find. That doesn't mean you should be a douchebag.
Sir, I think you've oh man. It's not anyway.
Yeah.
Some
So
people are wild.
yeah.
So, dude, I'll be honest with you. I'm very guilty for selling things way cheaper than I paid for them just to get them out of my basement
Yep.
because, I need to make room. It's not so much about the dollar return for me, but then like I'll see it like 2, 3 months later and I'm
Yeah.
going like, I know I sold that stuff. Dude, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
I'm in this group. Like,
Yeah.
hello.
Yep. No, 100%.
Yeah.
So right now, you haven't been to any tracks or
Nope.
anything. What have you are you still on your snow machine in the wintertime, putting miles on that?
Yep. So I did a bit of that this winter. Um, But I won't lie, just between being so busy at work In
Mhm.
the new job that I do a lot more sitting,
What are
and
you
I'm
doing
not.
again?
So what I do is called hot shotting.
Yep.
Basically, it's expedited freight that needs to be moved quickly.
Yep.
The company I work for, we do it mostly in 1-ton pickup trucks, so like
Oh,
3500s,
yeah.
450s, 550s. Those are the kind of the trucks we use. And then we have 40-foot gooseneck trailers that we pull behind our trucks.
Gotcha.
So I don't know what I'm doing half time. Like tomorrow, I know, for instance, I'm picking up from a place and I'm bringing a piece of equipment up to one of the mines that's
Okay.
about 4 hours away from here.
Okay.
So, that's the kind of stuff we do. It's like last minute. People will call and be like, hey, I need this picked up in this place. How much?
So like a courier for heavy equipment.
Well, that, like, we've also done stuff where it's just we'd take the truck, go pick something up, bring it to this other destination,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So it's expedited freight. Like, and
And
that's what they call it. Like, if you were to Google like hotshot trucking, that would
yep.
kind of give you like a
So I'm familiar because, well, I have to set up like a truck line to pick up a lot of stuff that because I buy a lot of material for my work and all that other
okay,
stuff.
right, yeah,
And we deal with freight quote, and it sucks.
yeah,
But
yeah.
uh, that's awesome though.
Yeah, I've got to haul all kinds of stuff, dude. Like I brought a Porsche down to the Toronto area to go to the
That's
Porsche
cool.
dealer. Now it had blown head gasket, so I couldn't really do anything cool with it,
But you
like
can
other
look.
than idle it off the trailer and drive it over. But I got to drive Porsche. I've
Yeah.
driven, the old Deuce military trucks.
Yes.
I've gotten to drive two of those. Like just the amount of stuff is just
Do you get to
it's
drive any
incredible.
K trucks?
Eh?
Any K trucks?
Not yet. No, I haven't moved any of those.
You know what, the really little trucks
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, I want one of those so bad.
Yeah. Nope,
I don't
I
know
haven't
why.
moved one of those yet.
I have a mid-sized truck that can do everything I need, but I want a K truck.
I think there's just something about them. Everybody wants one for some
It,
reason.
I mean, it's a 5-speed or is a 4-speed. I can't remember. It's a manual transmission,
Yeah.
manual in the
Four
front.
wheel drive.
Probably smells like Chinese cigarettes.
So I've picked up flooring a couple times from some places
Yep.
in the Toronto area, and there are a lot of Chinese people. Like pretty much all the flooring places I went to have been Chinese people,
Yeah.
and it's not knocking them at all. But you saying that like cigarettes, there is this one guy at this place that would have reminded you of like typical movie with like a Chinaman, like but he was vaping.
Yo,
But he was holding it. He was holding it like a cigarette. So like it's like this long pink
yo.
vape and that lights up on the end. And he's holding it, and he's on
Oh
the forklift just.
no. So I used to smoke cigarettes back in the day,
Yeah.
and I used to smoke cigarettes with like I'd sit outside and like I had a lot of Vietnamese that worked with us and also all ethnicities used to when we used to stand outside and smoke in a circle or whatever.
Yep.
One day I'm like, what is that disgusting smell? It sounded like a cheap cigarette with cat fur.
Oh no.
It was disgusting. Well, the problem is, so Minnesota went to fire safe cigarettes. So they added another chemical. So if you stop taking a drag for like a minute, it'll go out. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
he goes, I went to a bodega in Minneapolis and I found these Chinese cigarettes that aren't fire safe. And they were the worst smelling. He's like, this is when cigarettes were like, they were considerably cheaper. They're like $5.35 a pack. He's like, oh, these cigarettes are like $2.30 a pack. I'm like, oh, dude, they're disgusting.
Yeah. So in Canada,
Yeah.
we
Well,
we have
now,
what are called res smokes,
okay.
right? So because we have like
A lot of-
Indian reserves, so
Yeah,
you can go
we
there and
have 'em.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah, but like, bro, I've been inside one of the gas stations and like
Yes.
they've got one of the gigantic Ziploc bags and it's like
Yep.
$15 and you're like,
Definitely. Well, I mean, the casinos on the res up here just reek of cigarettes constantly.
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
They've
yeah.
actually went smoke free in our area. I know
They did.
one of them has,
Yeah, they did not here. So, like,
but
we
that
have,
was in Michigan too.
yeah, I have buddies that fight in casinos, and you walk through that place, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about if you forgot your cigarettes in the car. You're
yeah,
good.
yeah, no kidding. So, you haven't been racing in a little bit. It's been what, 2, 3 years?
Yeah, well, so I've done a little bit of like dirt oval racing, but nothing like
Awesome.
actual like on the
Okay.
books. It's more
Okay.
been, just a bunch of us dicking around with some cars and stuff like
Have you
that.
been
But
messing around with RJ a bit, or
no,
okay?
no,
Because I know
just
he's. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, no, just literally my buddy Tyler built a dirt track in his backyard.
Those, dude, those are the best.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he
So,
made it wider because I was pushing the edge so much I kept catching my car. And that actually made it way worse because now I carried way more speed into that corner and smash into the
and then
corner.
you're
But
pushing out more and
oh,
more.
that I'll tell you though, that SR10 that I have, that
Yeah.
associated, that is the perfect. Like, don't get me wrong, I've taken like the stock radio out of it and used my own radio on it. But other than that, like it's perfect for just dicking around,
Oh yeah,
learning how to make a car work. You know what I mean? Like dude, I I'm
100%.
in. I'm in. I want to do it really, 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 really badly. Like, because
So,
that's the one thing I know I can do around here at least. At least somebody has a track in the summer we
well,
can go and race at.
I was gonna say, so you guys used to have something like kind of on a tennis court, and you used to have something in the winter. What is racing like there nowadays? Like, is there still a club that's
Currently non-existent.
okay?
So the local club was decided between myself and the co-founder to completely shut it down.
Okay.
Just there was not enough activity to kind of keep it going.
Yeah, you have to make it make sense. It can't cost you.
Yeah, that's it. And then the situation that we had with that track, that was an old tennis court, was basically we had to pay X amount of dollars a year to the city for a lease. And
Okay.
as long as we did that, and then we also had to have insurance, which wasn't like hugely expensive. We found a very convenient way of covering it.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, nobody showing up, no memberships, not able to run races. I tried to convince the city it was a better idea to take that area and make it larger and fenced in and like turn it into a multi-use area where people could come and like jump their other trucks
Sure.
instead of going to like the big park at Bellevue Park
Mhm.
and just being out in the wild with them. Make this area that is literally just a green grass nothing area into a large area to entertain people in this town that have RC cars. So that instead of it being the club would just volunteer to take care of the property for the city. At the end of the day, the city owned it. It was their responsibility for insurance, blah, 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 blah. We just did our part to make sure that the jumps got maintained and the track got maintained. You know what I mean? Do the
Yep.
weeding, clean this, cut the whatever it is. I thought, but they had no interest in it. It's small town mentality.
No, I get it. We there right now there's an RC track at one of the local parks here, one town over,
Hmm.
except there's no water. They won't run electricity. There's no driver's stand. It's like you can only go so far.
Yeah.
So is the closest racing to you Thunder Bay?
I know Sudbury does some indoor stuff in the winter, so that's
Okay,
3 hours away. But like legitimate track, Thunder Bay or Southern Ontario, to be honest with you, because they're about the same distance.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough, man. And having a buddy with the dirt oval track, now you can build some. I don't know if you're on TikTok much or at all,
I
but
mean, I have a TikTok account. I tend
Yeah.
not to post on it. I tend not to open the app very much because I find myself doom scrolling.
Oh, totally. But there's
So
this
I
guy
try,
out there.
I avoid it with all costs, but then I end up doom scrolling on like Facebook or something like that. So every once in a while, I'll have a TikTok, mix it up.
Yeah, there's this guy on there. He was just on the No Name RC podcast. His channel is like Racing Jason, and he's got the raddest backyard track. And it just started out like the video started out with him and his kids running, and then like the last video, there's like 24x4 short course trucks on.
Holy shit!
Yeah, dude, it's cool. Um, Schweisberger checking in. I was going, yeah, you will see me in Omaha in a couple weeks, Jacob, for sure. You better not be running truck. I want to win that class. Jacob's fast, man. Both
Hey, the next time I do go racing, I can enter the over 40 category now.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, at the Iowa Champs a month or so ago, I entered 2 over 40 classes. It's
How competitive are they?
they're pretty competitive. So Jamie is, Jamie at Island
Gee.
Thompson.
Okay,
He makes the pit towers.
yeah.
So when I first started going to Island in 2020, myself, Tom Napper, and Jamie would battle like crazy. And Jamie would usually get over on me, but maybe I'll qualify him or give him a little run for his money. Now he's just freaking crushing.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Friggin'
don't.
locals.
He's doing it all over. I want to say he did well. I don't know if I know he won short course last year for INS, and he did I don't think he won 40 plus for INS last year, but I know he did very well. I believe top 3.
See,
So
if I were to go to like a big race again, I would almost have to take like a week and a half off work because like
yes,
I'd have to go out to where it is like long before it so I could actually get some time in on a car. I don't care but I'm gonna need probably at least a day or two of burning through a couple of sets of tires before I am gonna be allowed on a track with anybody.
so I mean, I know it's way too late and you're working and all that, but in the race he's talking about, and Jacob's talking about in 2 weeks, it's the ProTech Spring Championships at the Hobbyplex in Omaha, Nebraska. He's always held the ProTech Spring Champs on this date. But Alex is like, you know what? I'm going to do something different. He's like, I'm going to throw out a different race format. So we're doing a Reedy style format. So every race is a race.
Ooh.
Yes. So like if
That
you're
makes things interesting.
it does. So if you're to go to like a big so I know you like Island. They have their big INS in June. I know they're gonna have a Huddy event, but I don't know if that's gonna stick. I'll just put it that way. They had a Huddy event last year, but now I think Huddy's trying to make their tires a spec tire, and that will not
Not
go
fly.
over well. Well, the thing is, so Huddy,
Why has it got to be so far away? Why?
Omaha.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm guessing you're 12 hours for me, and then Omaha would be another 6.
Well, it says for me to get to Omaha, Nebraska is going to be 13 hours, 27 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. That's just over my drive time. So I drive Louisville, the Hobbyplex in Louisville, the Hoosier RC Hobbyplex. That's my max drive time. That's 11 hours.
Whoo.
Don Tolbert checking in. Don Tolbert's up in Alaska, probably getting ready to rip.
Alaska.
Yeah, he was a Minnesota guy. He was like, I don't know if he's all the way up in the Iron Range, but he was like that Duluth Iron Range kind of northeast Minnesota area. So Yeah. Oh man. But that's awesome that you're still thinking about racing now. So, are there any more dirt ovals in your area? Because I'll tell you what, in my
Not
area,
that I'm aware of.
I would keep your eyes open because, and again, I've been racing for forever. I just learned that there's mini Z racing in the town next to me.
Really.
Yeah.
Our problem is we're so sporadic,
Mm,
like from place to like you know what I mean. Like so, like when you talk about like Sault Ste. Marie, where I'm at,
yep.
is a city, and really the population is enough for a city now because like whatever it says our actual population, it's not
Yeah.
because it's absolutely through the roof because you know
Yep.
come to Canada, there's free money. Um,
Like Minnesota, you know.
yeah.
Do you have
So
any Leering centers in Canada?
no, no, I don't even know what that. What's that?
Oh, dude, it's not a so independent investigative journalist went to a daycare center in Minnesota,
Oh, right, I heard about this. It
and
was a big
instead of
scam.
the learning, oh, it's a huge scam. Instead
Okay,
of
so
the sign didn't say the learning center, it said the Leering Center.
okay.
That's
Ah,
30 miles from me.
well, so there's
Ooh,
probably stuff like that going on in Canada. I won't lie, but the big
yeah.
thing that's happening right now is that the Canadian government basically offers an incentive to employers to hire somebody who is not from Canada. They
Ah,
subsidize the wage,
okay.
making it near impossible. Like for instance, my 18-year-old cannot find a job
That
uh,
sucks.
because basically she was born in Canada.
That sucks.
I know some people will really be mad at me for shit, but that's the reality of the situation we're living in. And anybody that says that's not, they're just head up their ass and trying to
Right.
ignore the world, what's really happening in front of them. Like
Yeah.
anyway, just nothing I can do to change it except for go and vote when it's my turn to vote. You know what I mean? But
Right.
other than that, it's just so anyway. Sault
Landon
Ste.
moved.
Marie is a city, but
Yep.
Sudbury is 3.5 hours away, which is the next closest city. Now I know they do
Is
have
that
a hobby shop there,
so is that the town that was in Shoresy?
probably.
The Sudsbury Blueberry Bulldogs was the hockey
So
team.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, Don, we're not talking politics.
The actual. No,
It's
we're
not-
not. Literally, like, no, 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 no. I would never, ever, ever do that because I
I
know people
never
have
show my
very,
hand.
very they have very hard opinions about it, which is fine. You do you, man.
Yeah. I never show
I'm
my
Canadian. I'll apologize first. Sorry. Hey, did you know? Oh, so I know you probably listened to it. Did you see Polivier? I know we're not talking politics, but did you see him on Rogan?
maybe. No, I didn't listen to that one
Okay,
because again,
you need to listen to it. So, dude, literally in Ontario, the province that I'm in,
yep.
there is actually a law that if, like, say I get into an accident with somebody
Hmm.
and I say sorry and it wasn't my fault, saying sorry in an accident isn't an admission of guilt in Ontario.
It isn't or is?
It is not. Is
It
not.
shouldn't be because you're Canadian.
But that's exactly why. we're so
Uh,
we're so inherent to say sorry. I guess it was a big lawsuit at one time
yeah.
that somebody apologized to the other person and then they tried to sue them over it and it was
That's
big to
so.
do.
Speaking of oval, Landon is getting his Lowe's NASCAR body ready for a 100 lap race at MMR this weekend.
100
Carpet,
laps. You got to do
carpet.
battery changes in that?
No, that's I would say 100 lapper at MMR is probably 7 to 8 minutes.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
that's
oval.
fast.
Oh, they are. Laps are fast. Uh, Jeremy says you guys got letter Kenny, but we got grumpy old men in Minnesota. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. No, oval. So, like, you see these like we do 50 lap features at our local track, and it was 3.5, 4 minutes, maybe, you know,
Okay.
and it's just Landon's saying they get about 125 laps with the full battery.
Yeah, see, here's another fun fact about me when I go racing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm so ignorant to the fact that, like, hey, we got a 7-minute main coming up. I'll be out there,
Doing
especially
warm-up
like when,
laps.
dude, a spring fling, I was the worst for it. We'd be out there, I'd be burning laps, burning everybody else would stop. I'm like, fine, you guys want to stop? I got the whole track to myself. 3 more minutes would go by and I'd stop and be like, ooh,
So
I'm going to be really close to out of battery coming into this one.
I've learned, not because of runtime. I don't care about runtime. I'm making it no matter what. I've learned because the motors, especially because of the new Roar rules, it's a non-epoxy.
Right.
So the more you run, the more it heats up. So you're getting a few more degrees on your motor, especially in truck. You can't get your truck too hot or you're going to smoke that. It's so easy to smoke rotors in truck
Why would they do that?
because people were cheating. People were cheating. People were hiding things under the epoxy. And also, though, to be fair with Roar, this is not a Roar only rule. This aligns with EFRA. So if it's going to be a EFRA, and now like Hobby Wing and R1 and all them guys, they don't have to make an EFRA motor and a Roar motor. It's the same motor now.
It's just the same motor for both. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
So in the long run, it'll be better. I do not.
So they're just a little more sensitive to the heat, like so they'll be way more. I would say probably way more sensitive than to aggressive gear changes.
Oh yeah, big time, big time.
Fuck.
Well, heat wise, and they also fade. They fade like the old motors used to do pre-short stack. So that's another thing that it's like, oh, I forgot about the fade. They fade,
Man.
but now that adds something in it. And the thing is, so like my two-wheel buggy will come off the track at 140 degrees, but it'll stink because there's not epoxy holding that smell in.
Okay.
But I'm not smoking rotors. My rotors are still strong as hell.
So what you're saying is get used to smelling burning motors more often.
Yeah, definitely. People are smoking motors now too. Dude, it gets stinky in the track a little bit now. It's pretty
All
nuts.
right. Noted. Whatever class I run, bring a couple extras.
No, but I mean,
So
that's
like but that's anywhere that's like if you're racing like at a Roar event kind of thing, right? Where they're like being super, or is everywhere now checking to make sure you don't have an older motor.
they're not really checking, but it's like not like okay, at my club race, even though they're slow, I could run a slot machine. They're illegal. Slot machine, the first generation of the slot machine is illegal.
Yeah.
Because they submitted something and then made something else, like Trinity tended to do before they were bought out by Horizon.
I know I've got motors downstairs in the basement that were basically their first versions. They're the ones that aren't the cheater ones. Because
Yeah.
I was running one somewhere once, and the guy goes, "Oh, that's one of those cheaters." I'm like, I said, "That thing's way older than the cheater ones."
But that's the thing. So you could run those at a club and no one will, it's kind of the honor system to run Roar rule stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And truthfully, the rule, they were going to make it go into effect last September, but everybody threw a stink, so they made it this coming September.
Right.
But the past few months, I've been running Roar legal motors just to get the feel for it. Oh, Jacob smoked the motor at Island. I was corner marshaling. Oh my God. And he was coming by me, and I'm like, oh, you're done.
Somebody
Oh, dude, he's coming through the little wall ride. I'm like, oh, you're done. And he just pulled off right next to
Yeah,
me.
that's like the best worst thing. You're like, "Ah, oh, it's you.
It's always such a relief when you're on the driver's stand and you start smelling that. It's a relief when it's not you.
Not you. Yeah, yeah. It's like so. Another fun fact about me: I'm very vocal on the race stand. If you
Yeah.
don't like somebody who talks a lot, you're not gonna like me. Sorry about your luck, but I'll say that if the cars go by the driver's stand, I'm like, somebody's on fire.
Might as well keep going because it's already
Yeah,
wrecked.
yeah. At that point, you are letting something out of that motor. Just go until it stops.
Yep. You know, I don't know how many times where I've ran a race and then stopped and the motor just goes. Actually, I haven't had a motor let go on me since prior to like the epoxy and all that crap. Like the old
Mm,
like D4s,
yeah,
like
yeah,
really old motors. Those are the last motors I've had that let go on me.
yeah. That's crazy.
So yeah, you're just a busy guy though, and but it's cool that you're racing a little bit of oval. Are you still an ambassador for any companies? Are you still okay?
So currently still like a brand ambassador for Team Associated,
Yep.
which is obviously super awesome and stoked to do.
Yes.
Um, I still participate in the team management for the scaling and drag racing side of MKS Servos.
Oh, really?
Yep. And other than that, I don't really think I have any. If I do, I've completely forgot.
I
But
want to
those are
say
really the two main ones that I've tried to make sure I take care of those relationships. Thomas has been amazing to me since the first day I've ever spoke to him. So you'll never see me changing my servos, that's for sure.
right. No, MKS is a really good servo. I mean,
Yeah.
um, I'm sure you've dealt with well, I suppose not on the off-road side. You don't really deal with the Johnson family, do you?
Like I've talked to Kenny. Like Kenny was like the guy that I went to when I first like started with the team and everything like that.
Yep.
Um, you know what I mean? So like I don't know Kenny as well as some of the other people do.
Okay.
I know he's been around the RC hobby for a very long time.
So
Um, so
so
but that's
who's running the drag racing side now?
for the most part everything goes through Adam Dean and myself
Yeah,
for
okay.
drag racing.
I was curious because I know it's not separate teams, but it's two separate sectors.
Yeah, yeah, and Thomas does that just so that way, because what we used to run into when the drag racing stuff used to kick off, and Tim and I would talk to Thomas about trying to get, say sponsorships for drag races and stuff like that. A lot
Mhm.
of the money would get tied up in the bigger off-road events. So Thomas was like, "Oh, I got a better way of fixing that. If I make a difference between the crawlers and drag racers from the off-road side of things, then it's easier for me to, say, okay, well, they get this little slice, and that way it doesn't get all eaten up. So that
Mhm.
my understanding of kind of how it. And again, I got on to be a team manager because Tim, said to Thomas, he's in it. He's in it for the
Yeah.
long one. So
Yeah.
and Thomas believed in me and brought me on, and I try to catch up with him as often as I can. I do talk to him, which is kind of nice. But they always end up being like hour and a half, 2 hour long conversations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I get it. That's another thing I want to talk to you about because you were heavily in I mean, you didn't drag race much, but you were on a drag race podcast at
yeah,
TSR and you were in it. And I was an outside observer. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think went wrong with no prep and then to where it died off to where it is now. Then you tell me what you think.
okay,
My opinion is when they started hitting sub 2.0s where you started needing the $3,200 car to where it went away from the spirit of what the class was supposed to be. What do you think? Because I want to say they're doing like 1.2s, 1.3s now.
Yeah, yeah, over 100 mile an hour.
That to me, I like the old 2.2 70 mile an hour.
To me, it was when I went to Super Chip in, I think it was the second year that they had it,
Mm-hmm.
and I think like the really fast guys were dipping into the 1.7s, and I had an okay car that was running 2.018, and that was fast.
Yeah.
Like in my head, like that was fast. That was faster than I'd ever really imagined it. Like, keep in mind when this whole thing kind of started, and Tim kind of took what was happening at the RCDRL and
Mm-hmm.
what they were kind of doing locally, and made this kind of mixed mosh of it. I was kind of like, I always envisioned it as basically, if it's a short course 2-wheel drive chassis,
Mm-hmm.
that's where you start. I never thought they'd get to full blown carbon fiber body. You know what I mean? Like, where they are now is not where I ever seen it coming. Does it make sense? Yeah, but it really quickly takes it away from that being, hey, let's build a couple of these and go fuck around on the street.
Well, that's the thing now. Would you take one of those sweet like cars that, like I said, cost $3,200, and
Yeah.
would you go no prep it on a real street?
I mean, my freshly, like last year they laid the top layer, so like this year,
Yep.
you bet your ass I'm going to be doing
Yeah.
passes out on the street.
Yeah.
I'm not, but it's also brand new asphalt. Why wouldn't I?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's nice and flat.
Yeah.
Like I posted a video years ago where I had my stadium truck,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just goofing around out on the street here, was all cracked up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I made it get out from a dig more than a couple of times. And I'm like,
Yep.
this is what I'm like when I'm talking about no prepping. I'm not saying go find the biggest road with the biggest bumps in it and stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
But
No.
I'm talking about, like, there have been a few races that have been in a couple of places that, the road isn't perfect.
Right.
The racers got to deal with a weird bump in it, and it
Mm.
sucks because these guys are trying to break 100 mile an hour.
Yeah.
If you took, hear me out here, if you took 40 mile an hour off that, it's only doing 60, 70.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Like, and again, I remember Tim's first car. And it was the SC10 with DE tires, I believe, and the 55 Chevy body.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Something
That,
along those,
or it might even been a Traxxas chassis the first time.
yeah, it's something along
Yeah.
those, but it was, to me, it was attractive, and I was about ready to do it, and you know what I started doing? I bought a stadium truck instead and started racing at Island
Hmm.
because I had X amount of
Good
money.
choice.
Yeah, it feels like a good choice now. But I had X amount of money and I was ready to buy something to do no prep with and build a car and all that because we had a decent group in Minnesota. And then I'm like, I can't do it. But the whole thing was attractive to me because you go out, get 20, 30 guys together and you race for maybe an hour
Yeah.
and you throw
Yeah.
like 10 or 20 bucks in, winner takes home the pile.
Yeah, it turned into like, and don't get me wrong, like I'm not knocking it. I'm literally
No,
gonna be probably in Illinois this July for one
right?
of the races because like I've made such good friends with so many guys. Have I been offered a car to race? Absolutely. I've been offered somewhere to sleep? Absolutely. Am I
Mhm.
gonna do it? More than likely. That is the one thing I'm gonna try and do this summer.
Sure.
Um, I'm going to learn a lot because I know it's changed, but I think that's what scared a lot of people away. So I don't think the cars, Joe, has stopped it. I think what scared a lot of people away was just how much has to go into making the car work. And
Yep.
then even if you go through all of that to figure out how to make your car work, you might get up to the line and get into somebody else's prep that completely changes up your entire setup.
Oof,
So now
yep.
you're chasing this monster of, and I know now they're doing like some more spec preps where you're only allowed so much, and I think
Yep.
the new series that they're doing is basically this is how the prep's being done. If you don't like it, don't come.
Yep.
Which I can't argue with, man. I remember when we had the race in
I don't like the prep.
that's my thing. Now, I have two cars.
Yep.
I have my car meant for prep, and then I have a car which Bob Hamilton painted me a beautiful Cuda body to put on my like street car, and
Yep.
that car, it is a whole full carbon fiber car. I'm not going to lie to you, but that car is going to be the car that I'm going to concentrate on this year, not running any prep on. I'm not trying to be one of these I know there's a whole class of that. They're running cut down again. My vision for like a no prep like street class was basically to run a regular 2 cell pack, none of these freaking packs you're getting from God, like a
Those.
roar approved
Yep.
fucking 2 cell. You want to buy the big ass one from fucking
That
whoever makes it now.
11,000 milliamp brick.
Like if you know what I mean, that's on you. Buy that battery. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Buy an over the counter freaking 540 can motor. Like none of this crazy oh, this guy built motor. Like I literally want somebody to be able to walk into a hobby shop and be like, take that speed control, that motor, that servo, that car. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
home, build this shit, put that body on it, and go have fun. Like why is
That's
that so fucking hard?
that's where the DR10 and the Lozy drag car kind of had it right.
I'll give. I can't say that out loud, but anyway, yeah, the DR10 was fun. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Like we did a bunch of races with them when I was working with Billy and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and that was awesome. And
I mean,
that fun was it. That's what I kept looking at everybody like. Do you guys get it now? Like
yeah.
this fun?
Well, and like you're dealing with that SR10M or that mid motor street stocker you got.
Well, I have the rear motor one.
Oh, yeah, the rear motor.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how long I've had that.
Okay.
So I bought it. I sold it to my brother-in-law basically.
Yep.
And then I knew he wasn't really using it, and I said to him, "Hey, listen," I said, "I've got the Hoon truck, that
Yeah.
thing." Because yeah, that's sick. I'm like, so here's a better deal. I know you really would rather run that thing. It's all-wheel drive and does drifts and shit
Yeah.
instead of this dirt oval car. I said, so can we just swap? He goes, yeah, sure. Why? I'm like, my buddy built a dirt track. I need this thing
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. That's awesome too. And you know what? An oval track, you can build on that. You guys can build on it and build on it. And I'll tell you what, with dirt oval, there's nothing like a sprint car. I want to say both RJ and I told you that. There's
Yes.
nothing like a sprint car.
No.
Thinking about driving one, it still puts a smile on my face. It really does.
I'm looking forward to getting my hands and trying one, but in the meantime, my buddy Tyler had a couple of the Traxxas ones there, the modifieds or whatever
Okay,
they are.
they used to be called the Mud Boss until the Salvas
Yeah,
were like,
but I mean, I don't blame them because I would have done the same thing.
yeah,
Like, hey, yo, listen,
they didn't even give them credit.
no, right? Anyway,
It's like,
but those,
all I was asking for was some credit, and they didn't even
so
give them credit.
no, so he had one out there,
Mm-hmm.
and near the end of the night, you could hear it rubbering up,
Yep.
going around, like you could
Yeah.
hear the.
That's cool.
And I looked at him. I'm like, Tyler, I'm like, you literally just built this track like 2 weeks ago. Like, how is this possible? Like, people would kill to hear a track be doing that.
Yes.
And that was the worst part. He didn't have lights out there, so right, the track's gripping up as the dew's coming up, obviously, right, because the clays get, and we're running like some of the hardest laps. Like, if you lift, the car's not turning. So
Yeah.
you're literally holding this thing like 3/4 throttle wide open around these corners.
Awesome.
It's just, and I'm like, I need to be doing this like
Yes.
every day.
So what's close on the state sides? Are you closest to like Michigan, like Detroit? And
Detroit's about a 5.5-ish hour drive, kind of like Grand Rapids. Most of all that's like 5-6 hours.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think they have dirt oval, but there's a sweet facility in Michigan, the Limitless rebuilt.
Oh,
I'm sure you've seen Limitless, haven't you?
I think maybe.
Oh, dude, it's like
sure I looked at it.
It's like, so they had a track and it burned down from a lipo fire.
Oh.
And they rebuilt in an old grocery store. It's in Millington, Michigan. And they have like a drift track, a carpet off-road track. I don't think that they have a dirt oval track, but they have everything else. But what's this here?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I see this.
Yeah. So yeah, oh, that's for their drift track. So they got a drift track in it, but they have mini NASCAR oval night, stuff like that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
They have a carpet oval. Carpet oval's fun, but it's like this with higher end dirt oval racing too, but it's more with carpet oval. It's Jeff Choban put it perfectly. He goes, it's a 4-minute dyno pull.
Huh.
But it's still
That's
fun.
pretty wild. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know my buddy Charlie also has a track. I think it's called Grand River RC in like Granville.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, so your buddy Charlie,
Oh boy.
I think these are his GCRC.
Yeah, I think so.
So he put this file free on the Bamboo Labs site. Okay. And I've been to a race and there's somebody selling these. And that kind of bothered me. You're selling somebody else's intellectual property.
Well, okay, so can I be devil's advocate on this one?
Yes, because I've heard a lot of, but I'm willing to listen to devil's advocate.
There's two debates that I have onto this.
Mm-hmm.
One, if I was talented enough to figure out how to design something that actually would be cool 3D printed,
Yep.
and I posted it on a website for free,
Yep.
that is kind of on me at that point.
No,
if
you're
I
right.
if I wanted to ensure I made money on it, then I'd say
You would
charge
just print it
$2 for the
yourself.
file. Well, or I'd charge $2 for the file, saying, "Hey, if you want the file, pay me $2. Do
Yeah.
what you want with it at that point. If you want to print it, sell it. You know, you get into again this fair use gray area. But hey,
Yep. For a good example, Scott Jakes has the Club Race Hero. He's got a 112 scale and a 128 scale, and he'll
Right.
sell you the 3D printed files for it, and you 3D print your own car, and it works well.
See, and I got nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no,
Now
there's
the other side to it that I like remember two parts, right? So first part was, you know, if you post it online for free, that's kind of on you.
Yep.
But the second part is that if you're using somebody else's work and printing it and selling it, you have to be very frugal about your pricing. So like, you know, if it say costs you 45 cents in filament, okay, charge $1 for filament.
Mhm.
Other than that, charge maybe $1 for your time, $2. You're not ripping anybody off. You're not making a killing or a fortune,
Sure.
but anything aside from like, right? Like, because again, all you've done is went online, found something convenient, turned around to your 3D printer and printed it.
Well, yeah, you know how easy it is to print things.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not knocking anybody for it. I've done it.
I have a
right, like,
cheesy,
but I've not turned around and sold it. Right, like I've downloaded stuff for free, printed it, and used it for myself.
oh yeah, 100%. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I have a cheesy Flash Forge printer, but it gets the job done. So I decided to print up a bunch of these sidewall glue jigs for the buggy.
Oh, nice.
And I printed up a bunch of these pill holders. You take your pills and put them in the slots, and this is a cap that comes off. And
just for you guys to know out there, it's whatever pills you really want. You need to put your Tylenol on there, you can put your Tylenol on there. But really, we're talking about the pills for your suspension on your RC cars.
And then there's these tool holders. I'm not going to print so many of these because they take a long time, but I'm just going to give them away.
Oh,
because, well, I mean, this is 7 cents a filament. This is 4 cents. And I've done nothing. I literally, it takes me 10 seconds to print. I put some glue stick on the base and I hit start.
What's that burning smell?
Oh, dude, it's like so. The 3D printer is right next to my sim racing rig, like right next to it.
Yeah.
And I'm smelling it the whole time I'm racing. I mean, it's gross.
Yeah. It is stinky.
My basement's cold, so
Ah.
even with the base turned all the way up, the edges still want to peel.
Okay. Yeah.
So the glue stick works out pretty well for me.
Helps keep it stuck.
Yeah. It sucks taking it off the base.
I bet. I could imagine adding glue stick to the bottom would definitely help it stick, but
Oh,
getting
I
it
do it
unstuck.
all day, every day. My wife's into K-pop and she goes to the concerts and whatnot. I'm not.
Your wife's into it.
Yeah, she's into it.
All
Well,
right.
when we got together in early 2000, she was into boy bands. I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah.
But she
So when they
prints,
dry up in North America, the only place to go is over there.
yeah, but she's printing these like keychains and crap that she's going to hand out on concerts. But now that she's using the printer, maybe I could talk her into one of those 4-color bamboo lab ones. They're pretty affordable right now for
But honey, you gotta understand, you can do like certain inserts, different colors in the middle. Wouldn't
yes,
that be great?
100%. 100%.
I
Oh,
love it.
Billy Kelly saying my only oval race was at Limitless with the Losi NASCAR. Yeah, so Billy's been to Limitless. I want to go there so bad. I
Yeah,
got
and I
to.
know I've heard those cars are a whole bunch of fun to drive.
Oh yeah, dude. I normally don't give Horizon
I know
Jerry
I don't want to
any
either.
credit.
That's one of the only
I don't
man.
want to either, but man, they hit it out of the park with the NASCAR and they hit it out of the park with the sprint car.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
really did. I gotta
yeah,
give it to them. I don't want to, but I gotta.
yeah. That's the only faux pas that I don't like. Like, oh man, I love Cletus, but man, Horizon.
But that's the thing, though. You gotta because I could spend, and I have spent full episodes ripping on them because I deal with Horizon products. My fifth scales are Horizon products.
Yeah,
I'm dealing with firsthand frustration, and I'm like sending messages to people in Team Associated. Please make a competitive fifth scale, and they're like, absolutely not.
not yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Jeremy goes pretty affordable. The one I'm looking at, Jeremy, all in with the 4 spool holder is $550. It's expensive. Don't get me wrong, but that's
No,
pretty
no. That
affordable.
I mean, yes, but no. When you think about what it does, what the features like, right? Like, don't get me wrong, you can buy a 3D printer way cheaper, but can you put 4 rolls of filament on
No,
it? Will it
no,
automatically switch between those colors?
nope.
Will it work pretty much 99.9% of the times because it's completely fucking dummy proof?
But now I'm looking at the $800 Bamboo Labs one, the P2S.
Okay, see now you're getting out of hand.
Now but it's got a deal on it to where it can tell if you get that crumpled ball of death, it just stops. It doesn't
Stops.
keep going because it can tell. And if it's faster and better and smoother. Oh yeah. Landon saying if only they had better parts support. Jacob saying they run the sprint car with J-Con slicks at Bad Fast. And they got I mean, it looks good everywhere. Yeah, Jeremy's saying that price isn't bad for the amount we blow on everything else. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like my tunalizer, I want to say I use like a $75 coupon for my motor tunalizer. It's still $225 or something like that.
Yeah, and it's never cheap.
Nothing
It's
is.
it's well, that's the other thing, and that's like that's the reality of the scenario for me with a lot of things. Like I own a motorcycle, I own a
Oh, you want
snowmobile.
I didn't know you owned a bike.
Yeah, so like was it 2 summers ago now?
Okay.
Yeah, 2 summers ago I actually rode it down from where I live in Sault Ste. Marie all the way down to the Midwest race in
Oh,
Illinois.
nice.
That was a mistake.
Weather, or did you just get sore?
No, the weather was fantastic. And no, I really didn't get sore. I just really gravely underestimated what 12 and a half hours on a motorcycle is to driving.
So can you feel your ass yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but I won't lie, when I got home, I was happy to be home.
Yeah.
I
I
also
mean,
learned a very valuable lesson. Leave earlier than you should on the day to come home
yeah.
cuz riding home in that last stretch, it was July and it was getting cold, like stupid
Oh,
cold.
yeah. I've been looking at getting a bike. My kids are almost out of the house. Like my daughter, we just bought her a prom dress last weekend. She's a
Mhm.
junior in high. Joe 3's 14. And I just, yeah, they're on the home stretch for them. I mean, yeah, they're always going to need their dad. But
Yeah.
if I'm going to put myself at that kind of risk, you know,
At
and
least you had me for 15, 16
yeah,
years.
I know you're on your home stretch too with kids,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. My oldest is turning. The oldest will be 22 in August.
Yeah.
Yeah, 22 in August, and the youngest will be 19 in May.
Okay. Yeah. So you're on the home stretch yourself. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I do like, I just love the feel like even an e-bike, dude. I love the feeling.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
There's just something about being out on a motorcycle. It just you can't I can't explain it.
Yeah. Um, that's another thing. And it's like, but I'm also a bit of an adrenaline junkie. And there's a
See,
point in
that's
my,
why the sled I didn't hold any punches. I bought way bigger than I needed.
yeah,
Motorcycle, because of the way insurance works as a new rider, and that's the thing that blows my mind. Is
yep,
like, wait a minute. I understand, I'm quote unquote a new rider.
sure.
However, I have an A class license for over 20 years. I have no accidents, no tickets. You know what I mean? So it's like, can I get some kind of break on my insurance? Nope. So I took the course, like I took the motorcycle safety course and everything like that.
Okay.
But I ended up buying a 2004 Suzuki V-Strom 650, DL
Okay.
650,
Yeah.
because it just falls into this weird category where it's peanuts to insure. But
Well,
it's a
that's,
650 V twin, so it's got a little bit of pep in it. But it's not fast enough for me to kill myself. It's really not.
yeah.
I mean, it is, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I was looking at like a KLR 650 or
Yeah,
I'm,
it's the same kind of bike, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm also looking at scramblers too, like a Triumph Scrambler. The Triumph Scrambler, those are weird because they go like from like 400 cc to I want to say the 1100 cc, and there's nothing in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
And then or a Ducati Scrambler, I really like those. That's what I've been looking at. But fifth scale in the summer keeps me pretty busy.
hmm
And then my daughter's really into comic books, so we go comic book shopping on when I'm not racing. They have like these comic book garage sale deals.
Right, right.
So, it's like, man, I don't have a ton of time. Like we only put like my wife and I have e-bikes. We only put 110 miles, 120 miles on them last summer. But it's all what you make time for. I
Yeah,
don't know, man. I'm used to be really good at managing my time when I used to work my old hours. Now I'm working office hours. I start 2 hours later and get off 2 hours later. And I just can't manage my time for shit now.
yeah.
I still think I have all this time in the world, and it's like, oh, I don't.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's. I get home on Friday night, and Saturday rolls by, and next thing I know, it's Sunday. It's like
yep. Oh,
I
dude,
have to leave tomorrow morning.
I spent hours on my iRacing rig this weekend instead of wrenching.
I
Oh, so stupid.
spent hours on my couch
Yeah. No. Have you
watching NASCAR.
Yeah. I They're going the right way with NASCAR, but I still can't watch it because stage racing, I just can't get into it.
I'm not a fan of it either. I don't really care for it, but
I like that they went back to the old playoff system. Um, Well, it's the chase, but it's the playoff system.
Yeah.
You know what I've really been liking? So I've always been a Formula One fan, but for one reason or another, I just haven't been watching it the past couple of years.
Right.
It went to Apple TV, and I don't know if this is unique to Apple TV or not, but those races that are on at like 2 a.m., you don't have to be up for them. You wake up and you watch the race in 30 minutes, and it shows you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
I'm gonna have to try and watch the 30-minute ones. I watch the Formula One like YouTube page, the stuff that they post from it there.
Yes.
But sometimes they leave out quite a bit, you know what I mean? But
Right, right. Um, so I have a couple more questions for you. So you've been racing in I won't say your racing's been limited. You've raced a lot of things. But what
yeah,
I've noticed that really hasn't been on your resume too much is a natural dirt off-road.
nope.
Uh, have you been paying attention to the J Concepts ONS series? And, if you have, what do you think about it?
No, I haven't, but I'm assuming by you asking that, that means they must be like racing on real dirt and not hard packed,
Yeah,
super gripped up.
like they tried, like they've had one around. The second round, I believe, is already sold out. If not, it's selling out quick. Hey, Jake Wiggs checking in. Jake Wiggs from Bad Fast Hobbies checking in. I still gotta make it to Bad Fast.
I got to do some like real dirt racing, but it was outdoors. I was very ill prepared, but it was
It's
a good time.
it's different. Well, that's what these are. They're outdoor races.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so the first one was I forget where, but it was in Georgia. The next one's in Virginia, and the last one's in Florida. And I can't make it to any. I mean, it just all my vacation times going to either the wife or Mod Live Media, and we're not covering those events, so I'm not going.
Yeah.
It sucks because I would really like to go, but I only get 3 weeks of vacation a year. And but I think there's a little something there. That's why I bring it up to you because um Craig's saying he finally shut down his rig for the night. What have he missed? He's missed a little bit, about a hour and 12 minutes.
Yep, just a smidge.
Yeah. But anyway, and Team Associated, like these vintage cars are doing awesome. Like Jason Rona won pro stock with I want to say a 91 Masami car over like B7s. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and Ryan Mayfield won four-wheel drive modified with the Techno Wheeler that hasn't been updated since like 2018
Oh my.
against the new cars. So what I'm
The only
seeing,
thing I hated about those cars is they looked like they were backwards when they were upside
yeah.
down.
Oh,
You
dude, they
know?
look. I had the mini truggy. The mini truggy looked like it was backwards when it was right side up. I
You
mean,
gotta put it down like, oh, that's backwards. Shit.
yeah, they made chassis protectors that said this way
This
forward.
way up, yeah. This way, this way. This is the front. Yeah, it seems.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow, really? Eh?
Yeah. But it's really interesting because I don't think anything. I think this will be a great summer thing, and I think we'll be seeing this more in the summer. You're not going to really have it in the winter anymore because the places that have dirt now, they're like grandfathered in, rented, or the people own it. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you're not going to be able to put dirt into a building anymore, so it won't be a winter thing. But dude, 10 scale outside in the summer on natural dirt, no next to no tire wear. You know,
Yeah, right. Like when it was the reason why you had four different sets of tires was because you wanted four different tread patterns.
yeah, 100%. I
Not because it was like, oh, I'm gonna need four sets of tires for the next 3 rounds.
yeah. Well, I
Sorry.
sit there and think about back in the day, it's like, dude, I would get it. It's because the compounds suck. Let's be real. But I'd get an entire summer off a set of tires because the compounds sucked. But they didn't wear out. And everybody else had that compound.
Yeah.
So, but it's one of those things. I've been wondering if you've been paying attention because there's also a 5-star raceway in Indiana that has a loose dirt off-road track. They've been averaging between 70 to 100 entries on club nights.
That's impressive. That's a decent turnout locally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, if you think about it and you look at your tires from the week prior and they're still good and you don't have to do anything except put your car on the track.
Yeah, you're probably gonna go do that again.
Yeah, definitely. Island has found a way to do that as well with carpet. They got the same carpet as PDX,
Okay.
and they no longer allow sauce. No sauce, period.
Oh.
Rendernick was getting like 14 or 15 runs on his two-wheel drive buggy before the
Wow.
tires fell off. And Rendernick drives 10 million times harder than I ever could.
Yeah. So what are they running for tires ideally there?
Well, I ran J Concepts. A lot of people are liking the Hot Race medium compound, I want to say they like the medium compound. But with J-Con is what I was running. I was running the regular pin swag front, but I was running like a Nessie in the rear of the 2 and 4-wheel buggy, and I was running a pin down because the fuzz bite, the grip was so aggressive, it's just about impossible to drive. Oh yeah. Mike Sanders making a point. He goes, there's Des Moines at Hobby Haven in the summer. That's been going for a billion years. The same place. Loose dirt. One set of double D's last a month.
Oh, could you imagine?
No, I'm sitting there thinking it's like that's where fifth scale racing to me became actually more affordable than A scale. So take away the cost of the vehicle. Last summer was really expensive to me because I blew a bunch of motors up and screwed up a chassis. But the year before that, it was 2 sets of tires. And I ran every other week. Because you only have, well, now you have another mod makes tires now. But with J Concepts, they were the only ones at the time making tires. You only had chasers and reflexes. That's all you had.
That's it.
And the wear was incredible. His old yellow compound is super hard. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
blew up some motors.
Yeah. Dude, it's well, so my son and I blew up our motors on the same day. They just had a lot of fuel through them. And they don't like blow up. They just, you're running, all of a sudden it'll just go and stop. And then you just have no compression left.
Yeah.
I tried one of these $90 motors in my kid's truck. It's called a Rofun. And that thing worked for a tank.
I bet you wanted a refund.
Yeah. So, and then I looked at, I'm like, dude, all of a sudden it just stopped working. I'm like, well, this motor is a piece of crap. Well, I took it apart. And I don't know how this happened, but the piston all the way around just deep gouges up and down like he sucked dirt. But the air filter was brand new. The exhaust was tight. There's no way he could have sucked dirt. So they must have dropped like a handful of sand in the fucker in the factory or something.
Oh no! Oh, on,
but they're simple. It's like your regular 2-stroke. People like some guys in the fifth scale world get offended by it's a weed whipper motor. No, it's not a weed whipper motor, but it's similar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The mechanics are very, very similar.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I gotta build a car for. Actually, I'm building a car for the Team Associated Vintage Championships. I'm building a T2. I should finish that and go run it down there. And I bet I would kick the shit out of people in the truck class.
Can you imagine? Back
Dude,
when cars were designed to run through real dirt.
yeah. I mean, they really didn't go for that high grip thing until like the B4 was like a low to medium grip, but it still worked well on low grip.
Yeah.
It was the B5 or the Centro and the B5 and all that other junk. So,
Yeah, the B5M really started getting into the.
yeah, definitely. And
Of
that's the
course,
thing.
that's the path I chased down because we were on carpet, so it was like I have all the grip in the world. I need something.
Well, and that's another, it's like I'll run anything. I don't care. I have so many projects going right now. Uh, I need more time. I got to finish my clay truck first. I got to put electronics in it. I have it set up. So I got to finish my clay truck for the Pro Tech race. Looks like Jake and Jacob are both going to be there too. So that's awesome. And then I got to get the fifth scales ready to go. And then my buddy gave me one of those new RC10T four-wheel drive trucks.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm going to set that up for loose dirt. Oh, and then parking lot racing starts. So I got to get the
Uh,
parking lot cars ready to go. You remember when I sent you that picture of that little reflex I got?
yeah.
I'm going to run that on the parking lot in my RC10 team car. It's going to be a good summer. It's going to be full of
Sounds
racing.
like it.
Yeah, man. And
I'm
that's
gonna I'm gonna probably be out west a lot, out in British Columbia.
well, I when you were with Cisco, I was hoping you'd come down here.
Oh yeah, no, that would have never happened.
I know, but like the St. Cloud location's like one of the biggest Cisco locations.
Yeah, I would have had to put some more time in at that. No, no,
Yeah, no, it didn't
not the
sound like
place to
you
be.
enjoyed your time there.
The time there was okay. The way the things went down, not okay.
Yeah, totally understandable. Totally understandable.
Not
All right.
okay.
So, what other projects do you have in line? Are you still doing the audio visual deal?
So that's all finished up and done. I've actually thought about going back for audio engineering.
Yep.
So, because like really, that's kind of where I really dig, and during my time when I took video production, that was where I did pretty well. Was just in the the what the fuck ADR stuff. So like after the fact recording and just mixing of like people walking and stuff like that. Like the Foley, like that's where I want to do stuff. So that's thinking about doing that. But in the meantime, I'm just been fucking driving truck, listening to podcasts, listening to music,
Yeah, for
just getting
sure.
to do some cool stuff. So
No, that sounds awesome. Now, when you go out west, uh, do you have the freedom to bring your gear with you if you find a track?
oh yeah, yeah. Like there would never be an issue with that at all. Actually, like my employer, he kind of he's had a couple of RCs. He bought one from our friend Tyler last
Okay.
summer, and I've warned him a million times. I said I'm not bringing any of my stuff around.
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah.
why not? I said because one of two things is gonna happen. Either you're gonna want to buy it from me, and because I'm a sucker for fucking dollars, I'm gonna sell it to you, and then regret selling it to you. I said, or B, I'm gonna hand you the controller and say he's got this, and you're not
No,
gonna have it.
that's the thing. So, one of my buddies who he's kind of retired from the business now, but he used to follow around like Sesame Street on ice back in the day,
Okay, yeah,
like that, like he worked on the crew and he
yeah,
would bring his cars from town to town to town and go
yep,
racing at all the different tracks. That always seemed like such a blast to me. I mean, I get to travel with Mod Live Media and they let me run a class here or there, but it'd be cool to like, good. I'm going to all over Michigan for my regular job, probably in May.
yeah.
We'll see if it pans out, but it'd be cool to go to Limitless. It'd be cool to go to 1RC because I'm going to be right around those areas.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm not
No,
allowed.
no.
IRAS.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They told you no?
Yeah, well, that's for my job, not for mod.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like for your job, like when you're
Yeah,
not working, what's the problem?
I think I'll be working the majority because I'm visiting customers.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's a problem, and it's
No, no, you can't double play. No.
yeah. I'm gonna 2 weeks. Um, I'm gonna be working with Matt Olson again at Omaha, and I'm gonna work out a deal to where I get to go to the Netherlands with him to do the PNWC because we did the PNWC last year. That was in Denver.
Yeah.
This year it's in the Netherlands. I really want to go to even it's in November.
Even if it's a work related thing, it's one of those. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, dude, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, let's go, and then like let's spend an extra like 2 days in Amsterdam
Why
type.
not?
Because I mean, well, that's where the airport is. The track's an hour and a half from
I'm not.
the.
It's not like we're coming back here next month or next year. Might as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like ah, I'd want to spend too much time there. I'd want to go kickbox a little bit and do all that other crap. But yeah, yeah. All right. So yeah, you've just been drivingless. That's awesome. Do you have any plans to kick the MBM off again in the future?
That actually is a plan. I don't know if there'll be a co-host. I know I did a couple of like what I called was like MBM on the runs.
Yep.
So there might be more of that style kind of coming, like when I'm just kind of driving along. I happen to work with my good buddy Mike,
Mhm.
so there's always a potential for him and I to kind of get into it.
Okay.
Um, you know what I mean? But no, there is definitely a plan to try and bring something back that it's at least once a month kind of thing, and just trying to kind of stay more in touch with the community, what's happening, what races are going on, and stuff like that. Because like it's so easy. Like as soon as you take a break for a bit,
Yeah.
it crazy how quickly it shifts. Like
Oh, for sure.
yeah,
From this podcast, I went from 2017 was I took a break. I wasn't planning on ever doing this again to my buddy Ryan Greening being like, "Hey, you had that podcast back. Is Ryan Greening and Pete Phillips. Do you know Pete?
yep.
Them two got me podcasting again. So
Yeah,
it's like
Pete. I haven't seen it. Don't think I've seen any posts from him in a while.
he puts a lot on his Instagram story.
Uh,
I've been trying to get Pete because he was into this vintage stuff before it was cool.
yeah,
And I've been trying to get him to go to the Vegas race. I've been trying to get him to go to this one or that one. He's like, nah, I'm done. I'm done. It's like, well, just do a route to where you're driving through Vegas that weekend and come meet some of your old
yeah,
heroes.
yeah. There you go. Right.
Because I mean, I've said this before, but for me who started racing back in the late 80s, seeing a lot of these guys and interviewing them, it's been like a childhood dream come true.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know? So all right, well, yeah, we've been going for about an hour and a half.
yeah. Crazy, right?
I know we even get into any of my notes, which is fine. Like hot bodies sold, all that other crap. But I'll get into that with Zach. And Zach's on the road. He was at Psycho Nitro Blast. He's going somewhere next weekend too. That's why he wasn't on tonight.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
So Zach he'll be back on the next one with stories from the road. So all right, let's end this one here. I'm Joe Zer Jr. and with me was special guest Matt Howson, and we have ran out of talent. Have a good night.
Bye.